Hi everyone, this is Katrina Giska, Black Status Presenter with Unique, and we're just having a little team chat today on this Google Plus Hangout and just kind of answering questions and stuff. So if anybody else is around, oh, there's my chat, yay. Like Patty, if you can hear me, you can always type in the chat box if you have questions about anything. I didn't have a ton of stuff like particularly planned. I just sort of wanted to, I don't know, just with you guys and see how I could help. Oh, there's Anne Marie. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So, yeah, so what's going on, guys? What's going on, Shonda?
Overall, things have been kind of slow since I've had the kids. But we get to do a whole lot. But here lately, I've been working on what my goals are for the next 3 months. I'm trying to get and to do some more events. That's what I would really like to do. Anything.
So, do you have any kind of lined up, or you're looking for them, or?
I'm looking for more. I have one for April the 11th. I have one in October and one in November. The two I did last year, those are repeats. But the one in April is a new one, but I'm looking to do some more.
Awesome.
Having the kids, it's kind of hard to do much of anything on Facebook because they never let me rest. And yeah, I just put them down and told them they better not come in my office. So.
Yeah, I understand the situation. Well, you can just, do what you can do, and I love events because it's just a great way to get product on people and to get, meet new people. But what I'm learning, I guess, or trying to kind of branch out a little bit with getting away from Facebook and trying other social medias and trying to see about meeting new people that way as well. So it might be something worth exploring. There's a lot of, actually, guys, there's a lot of different social media apps and things that, I mean, they're not super mainstream, but you can meet new people on them, and they may not have ever heard of our products ever. So don't ever discount that. And Patty just typed in the chat that one of the best things she did was purchase a window decal for her car. Do people kind of approach you then, Patty, and that kind of helps with finding new people? Let's see if she types and responds.
I've got one too, and I haven't put it on yet, but I've got one. And
yeah.
I think it's gonna.
She said she's had 5 sales from it so far. That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to get one now.
This weather, I hate to put it on in this cold, nasty, salty weather.
Yeah, don't touch it, Drew. That's awesome, Patty. Well, and you know what? I love nothing better than having other people approach me, so I don't have to approach people. There's nothing I love more than that. Can you sit down and draw a picture for me? That's awesome, Patty. One thing that I do want to mention, I was talking with someone the other day, I don't remember who it was, but I said, have you followed up with your customers and sent them, basically ask them to have an email party or ask them to do a Facebook party or to share the link with people, and just approach them about hosting and earning free product. And or another little good thing underneath that, if you're going to email them, is just to do a little blurb about and if you've ever thought about it, I'd love to give you more information because Unique can say what it's done for you or, what you love about the company. And not a lot of information, just tease them a little bit. And then if they're interested, usually then they'll respond and they'll say, I have been thinking about it, and you can kind of get into that conversation that way. But make sure you're doing that because if you're going through the trouble to meet all these new people, I'd hate for you to just have a lash sale out of it. You could get so much more, So those are all some suggestions to do with that. So, Anne Marie, you made it. I'm super excited.
I did. I'm walking into a quieter room. I've got my daughter's pink
headphones,
pink princess earphones on. So
yeah, those are awesome. Yeah. So, what other kinds of I don't know, what else is going on? What kind of questions do you have that I can answer, or is there something specific you want me to talk about? No.
Katrina?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you could hear me. One of the things that I want to do this year is I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone with a lot of things, not just in my business, but also my personal life. And one thing that I've struggled with, it came from my days of being with Mary Kay, is just approaching women I don't know, because I don't want it to feel like I'm trying to force them to do anything. So I have all of these blitz cards that I purchased, and they're just sitting there. So I want to do better with blitzing women because I see everybody doing it, but I'm scared to death of doing it because I don't want to come off as this freaky lady. So
Yeah.
that's one thing that I do.
Who wants that, you know?
People don't think that, though. I talk to people all the time in the store, and they sometimes I get into in-depth conversations with them, and hopefully they'll be a customer one day.
I don't have a problem with talking to people. I can talk to just about anybody, but when it comes to talking to people about what I do that I don't know, I feel odd about that. Like I had a 10-minute conversation with the guy in the line about wine at the grocery store the other day. Now, if he was a girl talking to her about makeup, I know for sure I wouldn't have done that because I would not have felt comfortable doing it because I didn't want her to think I was trying to shove something down her throat. Maybe I need to just, I guess I don't really know what to say and how to start it out without it coming across as though I'm trying to solve something. And maybe that's what I need to figure out.
I'll find people in the makeup department, or the one time I was at the Secretary of State and I pulled out somebody needed a charge on their phone, and I pulled out my charger, and I said, yeah, I always keep this with me because in my business I need to always have my phone or my iPad charged, and then right away they asked me what I did for business, and then that opened it up to where I could tell them what I did. So that's another, way you can just pull something out that, in front of somebody and, get their attention that way.
Okay. And I do have a Hulu that I keep in my purse, and I'm always pulling it out to charge my phone when I'm out at places, so that's a good idea. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, along that line, another thing you can do is, if you can ask someone what they do, and typically they'll ask you back. So, it's kind of that whole arrows out thing where you kind of push forward and get into conversation to learn more about them, and then they will usually in turn do the same thing. Another thing I've done is I'm very breezy about it. You know what I mean by breezy? Really, really nonchalant. So sometimes, one time I was in line I was buying something at DSW. You need down? Oh, okay. Buying something at DSW, and the girl was there. She didn't have any makeup on, but she was really pretty. And I was like, do you like mascara? And she was like, yeah, I love mascara. And I was like, you have to check this out. And I handed her my card, and I was like, I live up the street. If you want, give me a call or text me. I usually have some at home, and I can meet up with you to get some. So it's sort of like, you don't want to be pushy, but it's just you're sharing something. It's like, if you're going to buy mascara anyway, next time or I say this too, I'll say, next time you need mascara, you have to try mine. That way it's not like telling them, I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's a little bit less direct, but it lets them feel empowered to come to me. You know what I mean? And I kind of word it that way. But that's what I've done. I've just been like, do you like mascara? And most women are like, yeah, I love mascara. Who doesn't like mascara? And it kind of goes from there.
With your blitz cards, do you, when you're talking to them?
Oh, I want to use, so when I say when I say, do you like mascara? Then they'll be like, yeah, I love mascara. And I'll be like, check out these before and after pictures. Like, my blitz cards have a before and after on them. So then that way, you know what I mean? And then I could be like, oh, I have more pictures on my phone, and then I could pull out my phone and show her too. Because I don't always go with one eye done. I don't always do that. I do that sometimes, but not consistently. But then I'll give her the Blitz card, and then I'll be like, oh, my information's right there on the back if you want some, and then I'll always say, oh, I have some in my purse if you want to get some right now. But, but she was at work, obviously. She couldn't, purchase something from me. So, but it was funny because she totally met up with me at Panera, and she bought product, and she was interested in hearing more about the opportunity, and so that's kind of how I've gotten into it. But I'm not going to say that I don't have to talk myself through it. It's not like something I still have to practice it, because the more you practice, then the easier it is to do it. You know what I mean?
And you can kind of tell too when and I'll give and go from there.
Right.
Anne-Marie, your power's out.
I know. I'm back now. The generator's on.
Yay!
Oh my goodness.
It's been a week. It's been kind of crazy.
What did I miss?
Oh, see, listen. Oh, Patty said that she's still working on talking to people too. But she said someone called her today that she was parked next to her at the grocery store to get some mascara. I'm getting a sticker.
I know. I need to. Where did she get hers? Those.
Maybe she can post in the group later. Did you get it on Etsy?
Yeah, it came out really nice too. Really.
Oh, Vinyl Graphics.
He does have some nice stuff there. Thanks, Patty.
I was about to ask if you guys have seen the one he has. It's nice. It's $100, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pay that much for mine. I think mine was $45, and it's got the unique emblem, and then it's got unique. Ask me about my lashes, name and phone number. It's really nice. I'll take a picture of it once I put it on my window.
Nice, do it. So what's going on with you, Anne-Marie? Do you have anything coming up? How are things looking?
I have. I'm going to Unified next Friday. I leave.
Exciting.
I'm so excited for that. I need it. I really need it.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome. Just, do you know anybody already that's going?
No. I mean, just kind of chit-chatting online with some of the girls in the group, but I know nobody, so...
Yeah, it's going to be... That'll be the best experience, the fact that you don't... there's Patty! Oh, hi! Not knowing anybody, because it's just going to be, all new bonds. You're going to network your butt off. You're going to learn all these cool things that other teams do that you may not know about, and it's
I'm
pretty
excited.
Cool.
I'm really excited about that. And then I come back, and then I have a cheer competition. It's an all-day, 12-hour event, and there's 60 teams coming.
Wow.
So I'm excited for that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be rocking.
Yeah, one thing I need to get better at, and just if anybody has any tips on this, is following up. I hate to follow up, and I know the fortune's in the follow-up.
I just started today. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I just started today to copy addresses of people that I've sent product to that, I don't have access to their address on the website. I just started a book so that I could maybe in 3 months send a little card just thanking them again for the purchase, and hopefully it'll remind them that if they're running out, they can order some more.
That's a good idea.
I haven't done it yet, but that's my plan.
That's a good plan. You'll be surprised when you start doing that. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect at it. I definitely need a even better system, but if I've had a random order on my website, usually they're pretty interested in something more than the product. You know what I mean? They're they kind of been goofing around online and found me, or I don't know how they necessarily found me. Sometimes it's they kept the card from an event, and so then they go back and bother to email me about it. So, I mean, as much as you can keep following up with them, especially that 6-week period is really a good amount of time, because you want to like follow up when they've gotten it, make sure they open it, because I can't tell you how many people I'm like, hey, how do you like your mascara? And they're like, I haven't opened it yet. And I'm like, oh, can you just open it already? Because if it's sitting there unopened, then they're not going to need to reorder it because it's never been used.
Good point.
So it's good to follow up then, and the 6-week period is good too. But like, I've been starting again, like I don't know if you heard this before, Patty, but I started to, give them a tips and tricks about the product. Then I talk about how they can earn more if they want to try some of our other amazing products or get more mascara, blah, 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 they can host. And then at the end, I talk a little bit about the opportunity. That way I feel like I've actually done my job. I've told them that there is a business opportunity linked to this. I've told them that there's a way for them to host and share with their friends and get free product. And then I also gave them, kind of a tips and tricks, or if you have a good video that you like, and I recommend doing your own video if you can to send people, because you don't want people to order off of, if you're giving them, another presenter's website or YouTube, then they can just go find the link there and then they'll order from them, Or like, I don't want them to form their relationship with that person. Like, I want them to form their relationship with me. So, those are all good things. And the other cool thing about following up is, even though, see, I do too, even me, like, I'm like, oh, I don't want them to tell me, like, that they didn't love it, I'm always like, do you love it? And then I'm like, yeah. I'm always have like a little teeny fear in the back of my mind that they're going to go, oh, it's clumpy. I hate the C word, right? But then you can walk them through, application techniques, and then they'll, in turn be happier with it. So they're all, it's a good thing to do. But yeah, you got to make yourself do it. It's not like a fun thing to do. It's like a pain, but you have to just do it.
Right.
even if you do 4 a day or 5 a day, just follow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that with people that I talk about the business to as well. Like, if they, I give them information, and then they're like, okay, and I try to get a hold of them, and I don't want to chase them down, but I thought they were fairly interested. Maybe I'll try the next week, or and just say, hey, what's going on? Especially if I'm on Facebook, I'll just be like, hi, cute photos, what's going on with you, and kind of work on creating more of a relationship, and that way maybe when they are ready that they'll still come to me, because it's not always the right time. Just because they heard about it and they're kind of interested, maybe it's not the right time for them. So I've had a lot of people do it like a year after I've talked to them. They're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So everybody's different.
One of the things that I did for Christmas, I went through my customer management thing on the website in our back office, and I got the email addresses of everyone that purchased from me, everyone that I met at events. I got their email addresses, and I sent them all a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, thank you for supporting my business. I didn't do it in the group. I sent each one their own message because I thought that was more personal.
Nice.
I had planned on buying Christmas cards to have my business name and all that, but I didn't. Decided to.
If you wanted to, another thing, like, I'm sending out Valentine's gifts, and like to my team and stuff. Like, Christmas is really overwhelming to me. But like to my personals and stuff, I have little gifts ready, but I have to get them ready to mail out. And sometimes it's nice to like, Valentine's is a perfect time for that, because everyone wants to be appreciated. It's a little bit different time of year, so it's like not like they're getting bombarded with like a million different cards and things. And I mean, really, you could make your own, but I mean, that's kind of a cute time too. I'm trying to think of like other little holidays that would be good to do that, but you could do that for Sweetest Day too if you wanted in October. Actually, that's a really good idea, because that's like right before like the holiday rush. And you could be like, I appreciate you and happy sweetest day. And if you really like someone, you could send a sample or something, because I still have my sample packets. You could still make like pigment samples and stuff if you wanted, to give like a gift. And that, Shonda, is another way to not be awkward in public. Is if you connect with someone, you like someone, you could say, hey, you are awesome. Like, here's a little gift from me. If you have a little sample that's in a cute little baggie or something, and just be like, this is, I rep this company, and I just love this eyeshadow, and I think you will too, and here's my stuff, And you can, say, hey, and then you can say, I'd love to hear what you think about it. Do you have an email that we could keep in touch or something like that, or friend them on Facebook. But I've done that, like certain waitresses that I think are really awesome. I'll be like, hey, I'm leaving you some eyeshadow samples. Your service is really awesome, and I'm always looking for, strong talent. So if, you know what I mean, if you ever be interested in the business, and I can talk about that, or I can just say, try my product and lead with that. It just depends on what you want to do. So, Patty, what do you got going on, girl? She might be frozen. She's frozen.
I'm not.
Oh, no, you're not. There you are. No, you were just staring at the screen.
What do I have going on? Well, I've had about 4 orders. I don't really have anything. I'd really like to grow my team is what I want to do.
Me too.
Remember yesterday I started that incentive with my team. I'm hoping that'll take off and, put a firecracker up their butts or something, because they're all kind of stagnant, So that's pretty much about it. We're kind of having like some, I'm a nurse, and we're kind of having some unrest at work, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe if I can get one other person interested in the business to do it, to maybe supplement their income so they can cut down or get the heck out of there or something,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, if you ever want anybody to talk to me, since I was a nurse in NICU,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be more than happy to share my story with them. And really, it's as far as like team members, I mean, you need to be impassioned and excited to do this business for the longer term. I mean, I think some people join and they're like, this is going to be super easy, and they like, maybe they take off in the beginning because they've got their, warm market going and everything. But after that, it's a little bit harder, and you have to be creative and figure out ways to meet new people, show your product off, do all that stuff. So
Right.
I think if you really have big goals to do something, I think the opportunity is more than there. I know that. Sorry, I'm distracted with Andrew. I know that a lot of people were on Facebook, and that's how this business grew. But if you're willing to adventure into some other social media, okay, I'll tell you a secret. I haven't really used it much, but I was on Instagram, okay, and this really beautiful makeup artist that I follow was like, oh, find me on, it was an app. Let me see. She goes, find me on, what's it called? Makeup Social. Makeup Social. Let's see if it can. It's too glary. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just downloaded it, and it's just an app that's on my phone, and it's just a bunch of like makeup lovers that all chat about makeup in this app. So there's always going to be new stuff popping up, different social media and stuff. There's another one that my husband goes on called Reddit. There's all sorts of different ones. I mean, I encourage you to like look into some other ones that you might think are a good fit for you, and maybe have like an audience that you connect with. and just try and find some alternative things. I mean, some people go on Google Plus, and then the other day I was on LinkedIn, and I don't know how I did it. I'm so not computery, but for some reason, like a news feed from LinkedIn like popped up on my computer, and I was like, I didn't even know there was like a news feed. It was, you know, and it was a lot of like people saying like, oh, I'm looking for this type of person. Do you know anybody? And some people did like their business opportunities, or if they knew of a job opening. I mean, obviously that's probably what that, you know, social media is for, that type. And then another thing that on the Black Status Presenter call, something that Joey Toscano, he did a webinar. He's like in charge of all of the he is in charge of all of the computer stuff. So anyway, he was saying that the last year our unique product site got 4.5 million views from the websites, and a large, I don't remember the number, I'll have to find it, but a large portion of those views was actually from Pinterest. And I haven't been using Pinterest, but if you have really cool looks, or you know, you can take other people's looks if you want, and you can pin them. But then what you can do is you can change the website that it links to. So I don't know if you've been on Pinterest, but when you click on it, like a really pretty picture, a lot of times it'll take you to a blog or something like that. You can change that website to be your unique products website. And actually, just off the top of my head, I wonder if you could actually change it to, say, Facebook or something, and have them try to connect with you on Facebook or connect with your business page. That might be a possibility too. But if you have a good eye for those things and you're collecting beautiful photos of different makeup looks and stuff, that might be a way to do it. It doesn't necessarily have to be your own stuff. Even definitely a bonus if you have your own stuff, but I mean, Shonda, you do amazing eyes. I mean, you should blow that up.
Okay. Since I've had the kids, I haven't really done much of anything with makeup. It's just a chore to get out the
go
house.
use some old pictures. Go grab some other ones that you've posted. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be brand new.
Account, and I've been putting stuff out there, and almost every day I get a pin that somebody has repinned something. But I don't know how to tell if they're.
Yeah.
What you did, I changed the link to my Envy unique page, but I can't tell if they're clicking on my links or not. But I get a repin at least once a day.
Yeah. Well, at least you know it's getting out there and getting shared. And it's something that I'm sure that there are webinars and stuff out there. Or, you know, you could probably find more information on how to better interact with people. But to better interact with people on there. Like, example, Facebook, the king is in the comments, right? Like, when people comment on Facebook, that shows that they're interacting with you. Likes are kind of like, they kind of like it. But like on Instagram, a like is like saying like, I'm interested. It's a little bit more powerful. And you know, and I don't know exactly what it would be on Pinterest either. I'm not sure, but it's something worth looking into because it's so visual. If you're good at making, or like even if you took a really pretty picture of your products on your, you know, vanity or something, you know what I mean? Things like that. People love that stuff, man. They love it. But it's just a different way to connect with people and meet people. So, all right, well, what other questions? Oh, now people can't get on here. Now they're like, I'm trying to get on the call.
I have never got a random order on, like, ever. I don't know about others that are here right now. I've never got just a random order from somebody. Have any of you got random orders?
From where? Just in general?
Just random orders, just from people you don't know. Maybe they picked up your card, but just random orders. So you just pop up on your, you know, and let you know something.
I had one order that I just found out about right before Christmas. I've been so busy, I don't keep up with my email, and I found the lady on Facebook, and I sent her an email, and I said, thank you. She heard about me from a friend. I took my Blitz card when I first got them to a salon here in town, and a lady called me right before Christmas. She went into that salon and saw one of my business cards, and she purchased. I talked to her last week. She's loving her lashes. So I've had two random.
Oh, that's great. It's a good idea too.
That's awesome. Well, Patty got them from her car, so.
Yes.
And I had that same one. I wasn't trying to be rude earlier. The one that you said you have asked me about your lashes.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't put mine on yet. I have mine. And I was trying to find out who I got it from, but it was in one of the groups that somebody was posting about it.
Put it on.
Tomorrow. I'm going to have my husband put it on tomorrow.
Well, and the other thing is, I know that, you know, our growth has been so huge. And so there was a point where there were like a ton of presenters. Like people were like, gosh, everybody's a presenter. What you're going to see is the people that like to kind of jump on to opportunities that seem to be like really fast and really growing a lot, they're gonna go find something else to do. Okay, so the cool thing is if you're really consistent and constant, and that's why I like when people are not necessarily posting about Unique all the time, but just a reminder, because people are always like, are you still doing Unique? I'm like, am I still doing Unique? I'm gonna do Unique forever. But what's going to happen is there's going to be a point where people are like, gosh, I need a Unique rep. And then you're going to see more, you'll see more of that, I think, coming up here, because we have more brand recognition now, a lot more brand recognition. And somebody bought from a random party on Facebook, and they don't really know who the presenter is, and the presenter didn't follow up, and they don't have the presenter's email or their website. And, you know, they can't get a hold of their friend who's the hostess because she's on vacation, and then, you know, how are they going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they know you and as well, even though they were invited to that party or whatever. So I think that's going to happen more and more. I know it's happened with other companies that it was like everybody and their sister was in it, and then now people are like, gosh, I can't really find a rep. I need a rep. And then they'll say, oh, Katrina, she's the bomb. She's going to get you your lashes. And I'll be like, yes, I will. So, there's 4 viewers, so at least the link worked somewhere. I don't know. This is so funny to me. So, well, I'm really excited. Okay, I'm super excited for whatever this big announcement is. I don't know what it is. Another thing that I'm going to tell you, if you haven't heard already, there's a couple, like, these are my news blips. If you have any contacts or know of any contacts, I really think the next markets that are going to be opening are going to be Germany, France, Spain, maybe Italy, in Europe, if you haven't already heard that already. But if you know people or people know people, they, you know, get with them, because not to say that opening a new market is the end-all be-all, it's not. But you never know if you're going to get like just a dynamo that just goes for it. You know what I mean? But then there's other markets that are slower growing, like Australia has been, you know, it's been slower growing. They still don't have the first black status Australian Unique presenter yet. So there's a lot of opportunity there still. But those are, you know, just kind of start forming relationships with people or trying to, you know, connect with people that are in those areas that might be interested in this life-changing opportunity. That's one thing. What else did I want to talk about? Another thing that they talked about on the Black Status call briefly was they're looking into new platforms and finding a new way for us to party.
Yay!
Yeah, so I'm super excited about it. I don't really know what that all entails. My best guess is maybe there's a way to link into the party through the Unique website or something like that. That way we can just not deal with Facebook on that level. However, side note about Facebook is if you're going to be doing parties in Facebook, I highly recommend doing events. Go back to events. get out of the groups, because the more groups you're in, the more likely you may be put in Facebook jail by Facebook. And it's not the end of the world. Obviously, that happened to me at the end of December, but it kind of puts a cramp in your style, and it kind of is really super annoying. And I sort of hated it. It's just hard to communicate with people when and you feel disconnected, because that's how we connect with each other typically, is through our Facebook group. And so when you're like feel so disconnected like that, it's just not as fun. And then whatever. So definitely go back to events. And then what you need to do with your hostesses for the events is make sure that they are private messaging their invitees. They're posting the event link, not the website link, as in not the link to your unique site, but the event link, and say, hey, click on join so you can, see any of my Lash Ladies specials, and we'll have some fun or whatever. With an event, you can do it similar to a group, where it's like a 10-day event, or another cool thing you can try is to try and do a live meeting time, or you can do like a 10-day event or whatever, and you can say, okay, on Thursday at 8 p.m., meet me here. I'm going to do a giveaway or something to try and get interaction going. The cool thing about the live times is the people that are on usually are interacting, and it's more fun. And then another thing that I want to start looking into, and I recommend you looking into, is doing some video. You can shoot video from your phone. It doesn't have to be fancy, but what it's all about is just connecting with people, showing them a product, showing them I'm a real person. You can, if you're a little quirky or funny, that's a good thing to be in a video, because then people are like, oh, she's hilarious. I would love to buy this stuff from her, because people like to buy things for funny people, and or interesting, like informative information. So if you're like, oh, you got to check out this technique with this white eyeliner, look at the difference, you know what I mean, and showing off some of our products that way. That's what I'm going to start going to, is videos and in my parties. And then what the cool thing is, if I upload my YouTube, all I have to do is share my YouTube link. It doesn't even have to be new. I can just do it, and then it can sort of be, I mean, I can do different ones too, but it could sort of just be used over and over and over again. And it links people to my YouTube. And that would be awesome. You could say, like, you could even offer a gift, something for people who subscribe. You could do, oh, I'm going to do a giveaway for, drawing for anybody that subscribes to my YouTube. And that keeps people in contact with you as well. So those are all ways to kind of get it all connected, and just some ideas. All right, I'm going to stop talking, because I could literally talk unique 24 hours. So
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Earlier when I was responding to you and the team Sassylash, I got a message that said that I can't post in any groups until January the 30th at 8:40. Am I in Facebook jail? Is that the Facebook jail thing?
Yes.
So let's talk about Facebook jail really quick. Let's talk about some.
Been there,
Andrew,
done.
You're okay, buddy. I know.
Well, that's the only group that in, though. I don't get that. I thought you had to be in a lot of different groups. No?
Well, I know. So this is the scoop with Facebook jail. Nobody knows exactly why we got put in Facebook jail. A lot of direct salespeople have been targeted. Shonda, I just had an idea, because I know you have a business page that you do utilize. One thing that's targeted is if you use an image that you use on your business page and you use that same image on your personal page, that is a flag. You can share your business page on your personal page, which is what you usually do. So that's perfectly okay. But like, don't post your unique product link on any posts. Do not do it. That's definitely flagged. If you want to post it, you can.
On my personal page. I'm sorry, just on my personal or fan or both?
Don't post. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the whole thing.
Don't post my link on my fan page post or my timeline post.
Don't post your link on your personal profile. On a post. Now, if somebody says, yeah, but don't do it anymore.
Okay.
It's just setting you up for a slap on the wrist. I mean, that's all it is a slap on the wrist. But
then come to your page.
so what you can do is you can either, people that like your post, you can private message them and just say like, hey, were you ready to, refill your mascara or whatever, and give it to them then. Another thing you can write is link in comments. So you can write, my link is in the comments, and you can put your link in the comments section of the post.
Collage, can you put it on a group of pictures and then put it on Pic Collage and then put it in there?
Yeah, that's going to be kind of embedded. So that's not the same thing as saying like,
okay,
get your fabulous lashes, www.uniqueproducts.com/Katrina Giska, get them here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yes, that should be okay. Another thing you want to make sure you don't do is if you download any photos from Facebook that you want to reuse, like take it and use PicMonkey or use an editor or something to make it unique.
Different.
Because every photo that you pull off of there has a serial number, and when it gets posted back on there without any changes, it has the new serial number. So then if somebody flags the old photo as spam, because that's what some people have done, they feel like they're being, and I'm not saying I really don't think it's our team, but a lot of other teams, I mean, people add people to mascara groups constantly, and it's like crazy. And what Facebook was doing is it was surveying some people and asking people, does this post seem like an ad to you? Does this post seem like an ad to you? And you had to rate it. So they, anyway, so you want to be cautious about that.
Me tired.
You're getting tired. Okay, that's fine. We can.
No,
any other questions?
She needs to stop yawning because she's making me tired, and I want to yawn.
I am tired. Yes.
Well, what other questions, you guys? Well, I mean, I could talk a little bit more about. Maybe we could do. Yes, honey. You're all done. Yes. Yeah, he's like, I need to go. You're all done. Okay. I know. I feel like a terrible mother because my son is up, but I couldn't get him down. Okay, so that's one thing about Facebook jail, and then the other thing I want to say
sleeping next to me.
For some, sweetie, some people. Okay, in a minute. Okay, I'll go in 1 minute. Some of it's random. It may have been a photo that you posted like months ago, Shonda, and then Facebook just, don't close my computer. Facebook just goes in and here, I want your rest of your milk, and sweeps through and just boots people out for posting in groups. And that's because a lot of presenters have been really super spammy with groups, and so now we're paying the price for it. So that's why you should do events. Another tip is to share your business page with your personal page. So that's perfectly acceptable for you to go in and say you did like it's Friday payday, get your lashes, whatever, post in your business page, and then you share it to your personal page so people can still see it. That's okay to do that. That's like happy Facebook land. So there's all sorts of little tips like that to try to avoid it, but we haven't really been told exactly what it is. But definitely post original content. Do not repost any photos unless you're sharing it on your page. So just be very, very wary of it. Like, I think a bunch of people got put in because that something big is coming photo that was posted on the pop got posted thousands of times on Facebook today. And now a bunch of people more are in jail, and that's why I edited mine. And so now nobody, it's new photo. So, that's pretty much it for me. I'm really glad you guys all came on. That's pretty fun. We could do this again.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah, it's just kind of nice to, I don't know, just put a face with the typing all the time, all craziness.
Well, really, my name is David Knight, so. Just so you know.
Good night, Dave. Anything else? Burning questions? Or are we good? We'll say good night and do this another time.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Some questions
Good
over
night.
here.
All right. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Do you
And
have another
let's
question?
finish. Oh, did you, Shonda?
No, I was saying over to in the chat thing, some people have some questions.
Oh, I'm not seeing it in the chat.
I'm not seeing any chat.
Yeah, me neither anymore.
Well, go ahead and say what the questions are, Shonda, because I can't see them. Oh, wait, maybe Q&A?
Where are you,
Let
where
me
are you
look.
both from?
Oh, wait. Okay, there. I keep losing my.
Yeah, I don't see
Did
the
you ask where we were from?
Yes.
Tori
I'm
has one.
from Cherville, Indiana.
Oh, wow. You're far from us.
Where are you?
In Michigan.
Oh, okay.
With Katrina.
Yeah.
Tori says, how can we market to those countries if we don't speak the language? What can we do? And that's from Tori.
Learn that language.
Let's think about that. Well, one thing I would do is those areas might be better. Oh my goodness. A lot of people know English, though, number one. You'd be surprised. You know, just a lot of people know English. But you can go to Google Translator and translate stuff. I don't know, I'm kind of, my inkling, my thought is that it might be easier to market to those people with imagery versus a lot of conversation. But what you want to do is just create a relationship with them. So, yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. But those were kind of some things that I'm thinking of. Another thing I would do is reach out to people in your life that are multilingual and say, like, hey, do you happen to know anybody in these areas? I'd like to, get to know them and let them know about this opportunity. Because, you know what I mean? Try and get a gateway that way. Does anybody else have any other suggestions with that?
Not really. I mean, other than, like you said, with Google and the translator or pictures.
Right. But a lot of people, like I said, I mean, probably not in the villages or whatever, but, I mean, most of Europe knows English. Now, the French, they typically, don't want to, they pretend they don't, but, I would think that a lot of people know, like, basic English.
They just act like they don't.
Yeah, some people do, and that's fine. It's their prerogative, but, yeah. I guess that's what I would say with that.
Somebody just asked if I can see questions, and I sent back yes. Okay. And I think they're going to send the question back since it seems like I'm the only one that can see the questions.
It's so weird because, like, in my group chat, it just maybe only the.
That's all I have.
That says public. You can change it from public to something, I guess. Mine says chat public. So it's type stuff. I see it.
This
Okay,
is
I'm gonna
live.
see. Like, I have a Q&A one, which is it says the feature is disabled, so I don't know how to fix it.
At the top of mine, it says there's 4 tabs: chat, polls, attendees, and videos. And underneath there, it says enable chat box, and my box was already checked.
Oh, my screen looks completely different.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Show me that.
That's all I have is who joined the groups. And basically that's it. I'm going to switch some of these around. No?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I'll have to look into, control room maybe? Oh, control room, volume, I don't know. I gotta learn.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, girls. Yeah, I mean, I think my screen looks different. I don't know if it's because I have so many different Windows up or what? Or if it's because I have a Mac, then I don't know what I'm doing, or yeah, I don't know. But I am gonna get going because my baby needs to go to bed.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you guys, I'm excited. Oh, P.S. I didn't mention this, but I was talking with Kanisha, she's my good friend, and since it's pretty much just my team on now, we are coming up with we're going to do we're doing a retreat for just our team.
Oh, that
just
would
a minute.
be really cool.
What do you want? So this is how you win the retreat. The retreat, my plan is for it to be February of next year, probably when the black trip is happening. Just a minute. But the requirements are to hit green twice in this incentive period for the cruise. So anybody that hits green twice is going to come to Myrtle Beach. What?
Did you see how big my eyes are?
Yes. So it's going to be, you're going to get yourself there. I think we're going to have it catered. We're probably going to rent like a beach house, and it'll be awesome. So I thought that would be a really cool little extra thing on top of all of these other incentives that Unique is doing, and I would love to have you all there. So and I think if that goes good, we can keep doing stuff like that. But I just think it'll be really cool to connect that way on top, because we'll have conference in August, and that's kind of a whirlwinded, kind of a little bit crazy, fun. But it's it's hard. Well, Patty knows it's like you don't have a ton of time with everybody.
Right.
And although this year should be cool because we're going to have to plan our own meals, so we should plan our own team stuff together. So we'll actually probably will have more time together. So it'll be really cool. I'm excited. But I want to let you know about that incentive too. So, and then any of your team members that you have, try to get people to interact more together. I think that I know there's a lot of different pages and stuff like that, but we need to have like a good central spot to interact and feel like a part of things, because I think it's easy to feel isolated and be like, I'm kind of on my own here. I don't really know why, but there are a lot of people, we're all here to help each other. So, all right, I am definitely going to bed, but I love you guys. That was fun, and maybe next time I will be more tech savvy and I'll figure more things out. Maybe Shauna, you'll have to walk me through some of this stuff. Maybe I'll have to look at my computer and tell me what's wrong with it.
I have a quick question before you go, if you don't mind. That Makeup Social app, is that just for people with iPhones?
Yeah.
It is?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I looked it up.
I'm not sure.
I have a Droid, and I pulled it up. I couldn't find it.
Oh, maybe it is just for iPhone. Maybe it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's probably other ones. Just see what's out there and see, But the only reason I heard about it was because I was reading somebody else's Instagram.
Hey, let me
I was being nosy, because that's, that's how I've gotten, where I've gotten. It's because I'm super nosy. All right, you guys, have a good night.
It was nice meeting you.
You know how to get a hold of me, so good night.
Good night.
Everybody.
How do you hang up?
That's what I was just going to say.
There's a
button
at the top.
You see my finger?
What the heck?